Right now, as you watch this, something is circling above your head. Not one thing, not 100 things. Over 27,000 tracked objects. Millions more too small to see, too fast to dodge. Most of them are dead, broken, forgotten, hurtling through the void at 28,000 kilometers per hour. And here's the part that should keep you up at night. We put them there. The International Space Station, humanity's greatest engineering achievement. A symbol of cooperation, of ambition, of what we can build when we dare to look up. But here's something the brochures don't tell you. The crew aboard the ISS regularly receives collision warnings. They fire the thrusters. They move the entire station out of the way of a piece of old metal. Sometimes the debris is a spent rocket stage from a launch in the 1980s. Sometimes it's a fragment smaller than your thumbnail, but traveling faster than a rifle bullet. At those speeds, a fleck of paint once cracked the reinforced window of a space. A centimeter-wide bolt could punch through the hull of any spacecraft ever built. We created a minefield around our own planet, and now we have to live in it. To understand the graveyard, you have to understand the race that built it. October 4th, 1957. A small metal sphere, the size of a beach ball, was launched into the sky above Kazakhstan. The world would never be the same. Sputnik 1 wasn't just a satellite, it was a declaration. The space race had begun. And in the fury of that race, America, Russia, and eventually dozens of nations launched everything they had into orbit. Rockets, satellites, probes, telescopes. And when missions ended, they left them there. Upper stages, dead satellites, lost tools from spacewalks. In 1965, astronaut Ed White accidentally lost a glove during a spacewalk. That glove orbited Earth for a month at 28,000 kilometers per hour before burning up. Nobody thought about what would happen next, because back then, space felt infinite. In 1978, a NASA scientist named Donald Kessler published a paper. It didn't make headlines, it didn't cause panic, but among the people who understood it, it was terrifying. Kessler's theory was simple, almost elegant. If there is enough debris in orbit, collisions will happen. Those collisions create more debris. More debris means more collisions. More collisions mean exponentially more fragments, until the collision chain becomes self-sustaining, a runaway cascade that fills the most critical orbital zones with billions of pieces of shrapnel. We call it Kessler syndrome. And if it ever triggers, GPS, gone. Weather satellites, gone. Communication networks, gone. The ISS, uninhabitable. Every satellite that makes your phone work. Every system that warns you about a hurricane. Every signal bounced off the sky so your world keeps turning. Gone. Not in centuries, perhaps in decades. This isn't theory. This isn't science fiction. It has already begun. Nearly 800 kilometers above Siberia, two satellites collided. One was an active American communications satellite, Iridium-33. The other was a dead Russian military satellite, Cosmos 2251. Neither saw it coming, because neither could. The impact lasted less than a second. What it left behind lasted forever. Over 2,000 pieces of trackable debris, hundreds of thousands of fragments too small to follow. A single accident, and the sky became more dangerous for every mission that followed. Then came 2007. China, in a test of its anti-satellite missile, deliberately destroyed one of its own weather satellites. The backlash was global. The debris cloud was catastrophic. Over 3,500 fragments, some of which are still up there today, still drifting, still dangerous, still waiting. Every nation on Earth condemned it, and yet the debris remains, an invisible scar written across the sky. But humanity doesn't give up that easily. In laboratories and mission control rooms around the world, engineers and scientists are working on something extraordinary, a way to clean the sky. The European Space Agency's ClearSpace-1 mission aims to be the first spacecraft to capture and remove a piece of orbital debris. Robotic arms, guided docking, a controlled re-entry burn that pulls the wreckage back into the atmosphere where it burns up harmlessly over the ocean. On the ground, facilities like ESA's Space Debris Telescope in the Canary Islands track thousands of objects every night, cataloging, warning, predicting, playing a kind of cosmic chess with an opponent that never stops moving. Japan is testing electrodynamic tethers, using Earth's magnetic field to slow down debris and drag it downward. Private companies are proposing harpoons, nets, foam clouds, and ion beams. Some ideas are brilliant, some are wild, but the urgency is real, because doing nothing is no longer an option. The universe is ancient. Stars have burned and died long before our sun was born. Galaxies have collided in slow-motion ballets across millions of years. And here we are, a young species, barely 70 years into our journey beyond this blue world. And already, we have filled the sky with our mistakes. The graveyard above us is a mirror of our ambition, of our carelessness, of our extraordinary ability to create, and our equally extraordinary ability to forget what comes next. But there is something else that mirror shows us. A species that looked up and saw the problem, that chose to act, that dared to believe it could still fix what it broke. The question isn't whether we can clean the sky. The question is whether we'll do it before the sky cleans us out. If this made you look up differently tonight, share it with someone who still believes space is empty. We'll see you in the next one.